Konpeko ataupun Shuba. Tapi I feel Gamer Matters is more of a Shuba dari Peko.
Depends lah. It depends on the mood. Do you want cute tomboy for the day, or do you want cute career war criminal? Welcome to dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. Episode 78.
78.
Sad. Very much heat. Hold on. Why are we in the wrong room? Let's
are we in the wrong room?
That's it. No, it's okay. They don't know. Now everything looks normal. See, nothing happened at all. Especially for you audio listeners who do not see anything on the video side. Introducing the panel, we have Danial over there.
Hello.
And the other side we have Anan.
What up?
And I am Amirul Mekronos Ashraf. So
desu ka?
Look, I forgot to plan. There was supposed to be a bit where I asked something on the spot, gun to your head, but I forgot what to ask about the question for this episode, so that will be postponed for later. Otherwise, we're gonna be stalling like this because nobody knows how to break the ice, so to speak.
Break the ice, eh? How about we break out one of the most interesting games that we've played in the past week? Meck. So how is Outriders?
Oh,
I think there was a demo.
Oh, you're gonna start strong. You're gonna start with the elephant in the room. We're gonna start with the thing that technically just dropped today at the time of recording.
With the big kahunas.
Yeah.
The bedong-kedongs. Outriders. So, it has been it has been a common trend whereby Square Enix likes to release their games with a demo, to tease their games with a demo. Doesn't matter what kind of game it is. Like, recently we have Bravely Default 2, and what else? Like, smaller titles like Trials of Mana. And even big ones. Final Fantasy VII Remake had a demo. So, so apparently they have also extended the demo bit to their third party. They are a third party. They're external games, as in Outriders is not developed by a Square Enix company, developer. Rather, this is by People Can Fly, a Polish studio who used to make boom shooters, Painkiller, Gears of War Judgment, and not to forget, Bulletstorm. So, impressive lineup of games. So, back on the topic, this is Outriders demo. It's out now and it will be out forever. Because it is a demo. It's not like a open beta, but they call it as a demo. Mental. like legit, they call it a demo because it is a demo. It's gonna be permanent release. And it's about like a 3-hour chunk of gameplay. The first 3 hours. And you know what? As a looter shooter, I can see that it has potential. It has something promising. It is at least... It is not, it's one of those again. No, at least this one feels like it's competently built. They have a niche they want to gun into. And I see there's life that we see after the game launches. So, where do we start with the game? Daniel, what are your takeaway? You've tried Outriders already, right?
Yeah, in fact, like few moments ago, before we started recording. I think we should talk about the gameplay because it is an unique blend that kalau if you see it at face value, like before, but if you see just gameplay, you don't actually get to feel the actual game, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, if you look at it, it's just like a run of the mill. Or this is another of those, right? What you say? Oh, is it another Division? Is it another Gears of War? Okay, I sleep. No. Seriously though, it feels very different in the hands.
Like I think I can compare it to its like the People Can Fly's older games, which is Bulletstorm and Painkiller, because the enemies will keep coming to you, and you have the power to just level the playing field a bit, which is amazing.
Yeah, the best part of Outriders apparently is the special classes. The classes you can play. So instead of like no the for those who don't know, Outriders setting is sci-fi post-apocalypse in some way. So they can get away with like some really really rad things that they can do for powers. So you have 4 classes. One is basically a division character because you throw gadgets. It sounds cooler because like from a mechanical standpoint, that guy has the keywords long range gadgets. But it's technically a technomancer. You use ice powers. You like conjure uh live beings, and you get health from like taking shots. You basically like leech health from each shot you make, each damage you make. It sounds cooler, but mechanically speaking, this is the one if you just want to play Division in Outriders, because the rest of the classes play wholly very different. I tried the Devastator, the 4th class, who has like earth powers. You can have rock armor, you have a ground pound, and you can like do a seismic earthquake, like one line of dung 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 effect. If you play as that character, that thing is a tank, and if you say this is a cover shooter, as a Devastator, you ask, what cover? I am the cover. I take damage good. I literally, you can just literally stand there, because there's another thing about Outriders. There's another mechanic in the way that the way you gain health. There's no like, oh, this is the jab in the armor. No, there's not like regenerative health. No, you have to do damage to get your health back. And for different classes, you have different kinds of ways to get the health back. I've said already, the Technomancer, you just shoot, you just do damage. But if you're playing as a Devastator, who's designed to be like close quarters and a tank, the only way you can regen your health back is by killing people at a close distance. You have to be in front of the face. So basically, if that guy is not like sitting behind cover and just like shooting around with a shotgun, playing like it's like a forgot like cover ever exists, don't worry. That's part of the game. That's how it works. Pyromancer is fun also. Like, it's basically the mage class.
I feel like it's more like that. Also the Pyromancer class. What's it called? The Titan class in Destiny 2, where you can just yeet fireballs at the enemy.
Yeah, okay. But I tried Pyromancer as well, and I discovered because each of when you see the classes, they like assign keywords already. Like, oh, this is how the play style is like. Like, one of the unique parts of Pyromancer is the only one right now, which is like medium range. I said, why medium? So apparently, because of all the Pyromancer powers are like, okay, you shoot fires, right? But it's like, you need to have it at a distance to be like effective. One of them is like basically an AoE attack. You turn one guy into a bomb and it explodes. And that only works when you are not so close to the crowd. And and the only way you get your health back is by using the powers. You need to mark them with the skill. Like, so basically, if you set someone on fire, that guy's tagged. Once that guy is dead, then you get your health. So
Yep.
so you basically need to like, you gotta dish out all your fire powers. You have to use them, and then hope for the best that your other teammates will like help you kill them, because you are relying so much with having them dead. But if you are surrounded, you basically have no other protection. So that's why it's medium range. It doesn't have the armor like Devastator, and there's another class I forgot, and the Trickster. Trickster is like the rogue, because they can like dash and control time and space, and basically hit and run lah.
Ooh.
They are the hit and run.
Oh yeah.
They're the big DPS, and also because they are squishy, they get shields, so they have another extra bar on top. Which is actually pretty interesting. That class is all about like running. By the way, running is way fast. Really fast. The movement is like halfway like clunky, because it plays like a cover shooter, but then it moves like 10 times faster or something, like like the opening level is like basically like an open field. You just sprint through it, skedoodle through it.
Oh, can we talk about this story, or what's there of the story? Because that one, I like that one. That one's their take of the story is quite interesting.
Okay, you know what? I believe this is still early to call it, but from what I feel, from what the 3 hours I've seen, I think this is the best story in a looter shooter we have so far.
Yes.
Like seriously, the starting, the starting bit where the prologue is basically what I would love. This is what I imagine Mass Effect Andromeda if it was good. It makes you invest with the characters. They can have fun with it a bit, but it raises the stakes, because you know those characters and what they have been doing, and it's just fun to see. And also, your playable character is not a mute guy or girl. They have character. They also have like investment. They have relationships with the other cast members around them, which I find cool. They even banter, and the banter is not cringy. It works.
And,
like one of the remarks of the Outrider when they meet their old buddy, who used to be a naive little girl who's now like hard as a veteran freedom fighter or something. Oh, I've been seeing like shit and mud every day, and then you hear that word shit and mud being tossed back to the MC again. The writing is very good for whatever reason. Yeah, and they've even snuck in a good Polish guy over there as well. I also like that Polish guy. Of course, they have to make a Polish guy in there.
like, I think my favorite is like one of the side quests. I think, you have to kill the head of these what's it called, marauders.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when you get to the final part of, you thought, you're gonna have a gunfight with the marauder, and he monologues. You try to monologue, and then just the captive yang dirang tangkap tu just shoots him dead. That's it. And then like the MC just goes to the capture. But I was trying to talk with him.
Too long, right? She said
Nah,
something
it's too long, right?
too long.
Like, oh god, it is this type of writing that I miss in these type of games.
Yeah,
They know. Yeah, like they know you just want this game to go fast.
Yeah, and the way they like explain that, because you start like from the start, you get to the way like they explain the lore, and then while still like keep the story moving, the plot points moving, is just so natural. Like how they explain what the anomaly, but it was just like introduced like in natural conversation, and you're like, okay, that's how it is. And because that for story reasons, our outrider guy or girl, outrider. Oh, that's why I keep on thinking Mass Effect Andromeda Rider.
Oh,
that's
the
why.
connections.
And also, the connection is also like you have to use like bumpers for the abilities, like 3 abilities, right? So left bumper, right bumper, and a combination of 2. That's basically Mass Effect style combat. That's why I keep on reminding of. You know what? Outriders was supposed to be the Anthem game. But yeah, back on the topic. The way they explain it is just so natural. And for story reasons, you are like a fish out of water. So you are basically, you don't know what the hell is happening. Why the world is like in chaos. And the people do explain it to you, while they are still mad at you for not knowing these things. But just enough to like, okay. It's not like long exposition. It's just enough like, oh, this is how you explain stuff in normal conversation. Thank you. Just snip, snap, jalan.
Yep. Is it April 1st yet? I know by the time this episode is released, it will be like a few days before March. But can we go April now? Because this game is that good.
Yeah. Don't be turned off by the like drab aesthetic, because the aesthetic choice is like okay, fine, we've seen that before, but the way they execute all the stuff around the game, the gameplay itself is pretty strong. Like they already started with, oh, we're gonna have world tiers. How many do you want? 50. Division have 5 in the base game. I don't know if it increases after that.
No, it's just 5.
Just 5, right? Okay. Now we have 15 difficulties. And even they have like you can already see like they also have like passive skill trees that spreads in your standard 3-prong skill trees, right? Oh, that's a lot to invest in. And the skills look, the passive skills look like, oh, you can do proper builds here. The loots, the number do go big, but not big enough right now. It's still in the single digits per shot right now. But you'll never know when it reaches the 1,000,000 mark.
Ew.
Yeah, it's fun. Outriders is something that I did not expect to be like this good. Remember, Square Enix released a looter game last year.
Wait, what game was that? I forgot already.
They love the game.
Man, we don't even need a Marvel license for this.
Oh, okay, now I remember. Yeah, you said the M word.
Literally took. Yeah.
Dude, Deus Ex died for Marvel's Avengers, and I don't know if it gonna go anywhere. But at least Square Enix has another good looter shooter on their on coming soon. That's really, even the crossplay stuff is like, we've tried bit. Danial was on Xbox Series on my PC. It sort of works.
It's jank, but it works.
I mean, they did say it's still in beta, so we're gonna give the benefit of the doubt. But you can do that. I do appreciate a nice feature to play with friends across other platforms.
Unlike a certain company, which we're going to talk about, tapi not yet. Oh my goodness.
So despite the odds, I think Outriders might be a surprise hit. I do hope so. I do not want to see like halfway through the games get banned because the starting bit is actually really it really is promising. Even if it doesn't look like that, when you play it, it does click. It does click really hard. It's not a cover shooter. So yeah.
Oh,
We gotta go to the beach of normality again. The old stuff.
The fish. The old. So I think we should talk about our final talk about Division 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think have we been talking about this for like 2 weeks
Ubisoft
now?
Power Hour.
The final Division 5 hour for the spring. This is the spring lah. The spring section.
Is it still
Okay.
winter right now?
Yeah, it's still
Not yet.
winter.
Yeah, still winter. So the winter edition of the Ubisoft Power Hour.
Part 2.
Part 2. So
Part 2A.
Part 2A
Nah.
dash B whatever.
I don't think we can continue combo next episode.
Nah, we're not going to continue. So lagi apa? As long as Far Cry 6 isn't out yet, yeah, it will be talked about. So
Oh, hold on.
I have Far Cry 6 is May. So yeah,
Okay.
banyak
No.
bahasa.
There's gonna be that Watch Dogs or Legion online
Oh
multiplayer.
no, that's next week.
We'll see if there's crossplay. If there's no crossplay, it might be a lesser chance of we talking about it. We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Division.
So I have finally reached the point where I don't care about playing it anymore, which is at the 3 days is 72 hours, and so 72 times 5, so that's 77 hours. I crossed the point of no return because the game is already boring. Because like last time I've talked about the grind to get into the big numbers, and now I've finished the ultimate grind, which is the summit. So for those who doesn't play Division, the summit is basically like this is basically the expansion's end game. You have to clear like 100 floors of enemies, and it is nak kata roguelike. It's not a roguelike because it doesn't differ much from floor to floor. Besides like a few things, like suddenly you have to destroy EMPs, or suddenly there will be a lieutenant there. And boy, the grind from 1 to 100 is just terrible.
Okay.
Like I think I've started like
Why do you
1 to
think it's
50.
terrible?
Like there's no variation. It's just the same three enemies type. So like you have the cleaners, the fire lads, the Rikers with the nail gun, and then Black Tusk. It doesn't have that. Yeah, like this 3 variation just around like rotate like every few left floors, and like I don't know. I don't think what's the team that's doing this again? I forgot the name lah. The developers. Tapi they don't know how to do a roguelike punya game.
Yeah, massive. Yeah, maybe
Massive.
they went massive with the floor numbers, but not enough like variation to keep it fresh.
Like there was one time like it was just the same room twice. Like it's just EMT bombs. So you have to shoot them down and then baru boleh clear the room. Second floor naik atas, it's another one. But this time with those robot dogs just attacking you. Yeah.
Oh, robot dogs. The Boston Dynamics nightmare.
Tapi like by the time we reach the 100th floor, the final floor, then it's interesting. Like suddenly they have like the final bosses are basically division agent like rogue division agents yang, you know, they can just do their gadgets and all.
So mirror match lah.
Yeah, so like it took you 100 floors to finally do something interesting, and then habis.
Okay, so how's the reward for going through the summit?
I don't remember.
Oh
think it just-
no!
I don't remember. Like I think kita dapat like a patch, a gun, a name gun, and that's about it. Like we just literally just kill off probably thousands of people in a lust for revenge, and then the outcome is just terrible.
Man,
Itulah.
I
Imagine
see.
this. Like I said, imagine this being the last expansion to the game of Division 2, just dying off like that.
Yeah, the way Division is structured, like it is mostly PvE content. Like, I don't think that people are playing for their version of PvP, and I don't think Dark Zone is any popular by now, despite it
Not
being
anymore.
what is it, a feature seller. Oh, look at this cool new feature. I still think that the selling point is compelling, but I don't feel like people are like, there's enough interactions for those kind of like emergent gameplay that they wanted to capture. Those things are like the Daisy situation, right? Where something, alliances, now you are not alliance with this, oh no. Which is
Like speaking of that, and ada sekali tu that I went rogue, and then like one guy just looked at me and then pusing balik like, nah, we don't care. Like even the remaining players yang main Dark Zone kan, I think like there's a new mechanic now. You can steal weapons from the crates without a key, but that turns zero. That turns zero for like a minute and a half. But players don't care anymore. They just look at you, just like do a emote whatever, and then blah.
everybody is too kind for the Dark Zone. Yeah, the high risk and high risk high reward gameplay doesn't really translate that well. And the last time I went into the Dark Zone, the reward was terrible.
Yeah, that's why. Even like the remaining players pun like probably just not up their dailies or the daily sortie or like that.
Like, at least give me a bigger number for the gear score, but no, it's just worse loot. Speaking of that, since last episode, I also like doubled my total playthrough of Division 2. From like 30 hours, I'm now reaching the 60-hour mark. For whatever reasons. One thing that I want to say that's cool about Division 2 is that there is like, you have a good thing to like to chase in the end game, which is the recalibration thing. So what that is basically you get to reroll one of your stats of whatever loot you have. And it's not really a reroll by now, because now you get to like pick out a good stat number, grab it from whatever leftover loot you have, and then store it into a library. So let's say you get, this is a perk that is very rare to get. Okay, I want to have my next let's say I want my next machine gun to have that perk. So I can I can store that perk and then use it for other machine guns to, you get that perk permanently. But the catch is that you can only change once of the stat. So you either want bigger number or you want to change the talent. So the best thing about it is that you have no reason to keep whatever leftover gear that has been like you feel like, oh, I want to keep it for safekeeping. No safekeeping here. Throw it into the recalibration station. Keep your inventory light. Man, that is satisfying. For one reason, because I've played PSO2 before this, and one of the what you say, the main problems with PSO2 is that you get too many loot, and if you do not know what you are doing, especially for those who just jump in, you will be overwhelmed with too many stuff that you don't know if you should sell, you should do this, or you should do that. You have no idea. And now you have to juggle inventory space every time you just complete one mission. And then it's just inventory juggle hell. And that's how they make you pay for the monthly subscription. They give you more inventory space with that. Oh, God. So that's one cool thing about Division 2. There you have something like you can just throw into a system. All the gear into the system. So no need to like keep a large inventory. The other thing I do not like is that they are like, we say they call it specializing classes, right? They are the let me say, there's like you have 3 at the start. One of them is the grenade launcher guy, the demolitionist. And the way I play Division 2 is like I want my machine gun to go brrr. Like literally, my whole setup is that I have a light machine gun and I have an assault rifle or a submachine gun. So if they are getting too close for my light machine gun to do something, I'll just switch. I put on my shield, I put on my assault rifle / submachine gun, and then keep on just shooting, without caring if it hits a headshot or not. I just want to see the numbers go brrr. Like literally that. So there is a class for me. The specialization for me there. It's called the gunner. You have a freaking minigun. You literally go brrr.
Machine gun go brrr.
The thing is, if you do not buy the year 1 pass, is it? I think. Then you have to go do like 5 tier of like like checkbox ticking objectives before you can unlock them for free. And man, some of them are tedious. Like, okay, you go do that mission, but remember to do this as well. Like for the gunner, it's like, okay, you want your minigun, okay, go to those like machine gun nests and make sure you kill people with those machine gun nests, which are mostly lousy to use. And I like my light machine gun better. Thank you very much. So it was a hassle. And I'm still like one more mission to unlock that. And it is like a time sink and then some lah. No wonder people buy it. No wonder people like pay money. And apparently, this was already tweaked. When it was launched before, the objectives are even more, complicated and consumes time. Like, oh, you have to kill this boss using this technique. To kill this boss and make sure all the armor is off. I mean, right now
it was terrible.
Like right now it's still there, but before that there are even more like those like very specific ways that you need to check your boxes. Instead of just like, oh, just go do side activities. That I can do. That's totally normal. But if you need to like go kill a boss who is one of the heavy guys who have like 6 armor points, and you have to remove all of their armor and then kill them, which is a problem when you are too strong, where you keep on shooting them dead before you can shoot off all their armor, then we have a very big problem right now. So I'm still figuring out to get the optimal way to get that one more mission before I get my minigun. But after Outriders, I'm not sure if I want to jump back into Division anytime soon.
Why settle for less when you can have a game with very funny Polish uncle?
I mean, the only thing lacking about Outriders is that it doesn't have machine gun like go brr. I know there is a light machine gun, but not brr enough for me. Still, that said, You can have fun in Division 2, but it's totally normal to like taper off. It will always gonna be ending like that.
So the ending just abruptly ends. And
And that's the power hour.
yeah.
And
It
now
also abruptly ends.
I guess we have Anan to have to see something next. Because he
Yeah.
has been playing another game.
Yeah. Unlike you suckers play Division.
Wow.
Okay. I played something else, okay? Way better. I did not miss Division 2 at all. Like last time I played, then I got this new game. And I'm like, okay, screw this, Division 2 sucks. I'd rather play this game. And I've thrown like 40 hours already in like 2 weeks span, 1 week span. But so the game in question is Valheim, an early access game by Iron Gate Studios. I believe the publisher is Coffee Stain. Yeah, Coffee Stain. Coffee Stain published.
Yep, Coffee Stain.
Yeah.
The publisher behind Satisfactory and Code
Ooh.
Simulator.
Of course.
Of
Yeah,
course.
okay. So if you're wondering what Valheim is, it's basically Minecraft but Viking.
Ah man, you started that strong. That's the thing I wanted to
Oh.
ask. How did 4 million suckers are playing?
You dare call us suckers? You guys are suckers who
Oh
play
my-
Division.
Okay.
So the simplest answer is that it's Minecraft. Is it?
Minecraft but Viking. Early Minecraft but Viking. Like, yeah, because it is like Notch era Minecraft.
So more survival.
So it's not the modern Minecraft. Yeah, it's survival game. It's still early access, so not a lot of content. So like around 4 bosses, a few biomes, and there's that. But it's it's really fun. It's a good take on the survival genre because as opposed to a lot of these survival games like Daisy, I guess Daisy part of it, and many others, they sort of punish you. Like if you play it, they're going to punish you for not doing stuff. In Valheim, it doesn't punish the players for stuff, for even simple stuff. It allows you to just play. Okay, for example, you don't need to eat or you don't need to drink.
Oh, thank
You
God.
can still be alive. Yeah, like you still have your not hunger, your food consumption meter. But the foods give you bonuses. Yeah, give you health bonus, stamina bonus. So you can still not eat. Let's say you just want to spend your whole time base building. You can do that. You don't have to worry about food. Go hunting, whatever. Go foraging. Yeah. So it doesn't punish you for that. And then item dismantling as in, let's say you build something, then I don't like it. I just want to remove it. It will give you full refund of the material.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's say, okay, this wall I use 4 woods. I don't like it. I remove it. Okay, I get 4 woods back. So yeah, your efforts are not wasted. Then full refund. Also, fixing stuff is free. As long as you have your hammer, just fix stuff. Tap, 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 tap. Even like your metal tools, you don't need extra metals, you don't need extra bronze. Everything is resource free for fixing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very forgiving when it comes to resource management because as long as you get the resource, you can use it. It doesn't disappear. Except for the consumables like wood, resin for burning stuff, for food and stuff. The consumables will be consumed, but the things that for permanent use, it will be permanent.
Yeah, as in like the tools and building stuff, so you can just mix and match.
Yeah. Also, tools, they don't break. They degrade, but it can be fixed. There's just one click fix. That's it. So yeah. For me, like personally, I don't want to get into survival games because of these tedious punishments. So Valheim, even the Valheim developers themselves, they say, okay, we don't like these punishing aspects of survival games, so we want to change it, and they nailed it, 100%. And I just can't stop. I just can't stop playing. I sleep. I think, I'm going to renovate my base. I wake up, oh shit. Oh yeah, Valheim. Basically, my whole 2 weeks have been full of Valheim.
Interesting.
Uh,
The
yeah, just
what
yeah, go on, Mac.
I'm very interested is that no matter how long it has been, there's always a market for survival games. Like,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like, I
yeah,
still, it's not that I haven't played survival games, but it's rather that I just kind of like, I'm still like, I don't know what it is that attracts so many, like 4 million players to play a survival game of this kind. I don't,
yeah,
like, I'm not sure, like, how this game get, like, blown up? How did it get the, I mean, good for them to get this kind of coverage and get this kind of, like, so big of a player base. But I just always, like, curious, like, how did it get there?
yeah. Even right now still wonder, like the very root reason of the popularity. I think all the media outlets, they sort of, for example, Christopher Livingston from PC Gamer is very popular for liking this kind of survival, like not exactly survival, like good experience in games, like unique experiences. So yeah, he's been sharing a lot of this kind of discovery, and then like living a different life in survival games, and all the good stuff that you feel when playing. So Valheim is one of it. I think it deserves all the attention it got. Comes to being up there, in terms of a good game. Like, yeah, and it's still early access. There's still a lot of ways to go. Yeah, when it comes to survival games, yeah, even until now, the forest is quite popular. The forest, Minecraft, Raft. I think people likes to role play. They want to go isekai, the isekai fantasy.
Yeah, the isekai fantasy is strong, isn't it? Now that I
Yeah,
that think of it, like people think, oh, life is miserable. How about we just isekai ourselves and like make a better life? We can do
yeah,
it. Yeah.
Why?
I
yeah.
don't know. That
So
it does it like speak to the root of the problems in the world that we are now like wants to escape from the world of these
escapism.
troubles,
Escapism,
so we
man.
can build our own utopia in video games. Is it that? Is it that interest the value that attracts people so much right now?
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I'm curious about how this sort of games, even until today, there's just like no stopping the. It's not a fad. It's a mainstay of what you say of a game genre right now. There's always gonna be people playing No Man's Sky. There's always gonna be people playing Minecraft, right? And now
Yep.
like more games can even enter the market. It is
this one.
fascinating.
Yeah, very fascinating. Okay, some more notes about this game. Multiplayer available with dedicated servers, and even on launch, like early access launch day, yeah, to say they have they have companies offering dedicated servers like Minecraft. So, oh wow, even like
They've made it.
already have dedicated servers that you just pay.
Now you know when third party dedicated servers are
What
in the
else?
business, right?
They are
Oh yeah, yeah.
like
Wow.
yeah, like third party dedicated server businesses. They already offered Valheim servers. Uh,
Nice.
Then for your progress, it's sort of come naturally. Let's say you run, you chopping wood. Those are skills. considered skill. You punch unarmed, using swords, using shield, parry. Everything contributes to your skill. So as you use it, you get skill points, and then you get better. I'm still not sure how it improves. Like bows, I think you get more accurate as you use it. And then okay, one of my problems with games with freedom, like survival games, like Minecraft or city building, is being too free limits me. Yeah, you get it? Yeah. So, the way Valheim progression works is that they are tied to boss fights. So, if you want to progress when it comes to your own material, your recipe discovery, they are tied to boss fights. So, for example, the first boss fight is against Ektir, a gigantic ass deer. So, you need to defeat the first boss if you want to start mining metal ores, because you use the antler as a pickaxe.
Okay.
So, yeah, there are ways to bypass it. For example, you bait some trolls in the forest. The trolls have enough power to break the metal ores, so you can just bypass it. But in general, you need to go through bosses to advance. So I already defeated the first boss. Now I'm on my way to defeat the second boss to unlock iron resources and extra resources. So I'm basically on the bronze age right now. I already unlocked bronze.
Oh man, are we gonna see the Viking Industrial Revolution sometime soon? Oh man, the Viking Industrial Revolution! Look at the child labor that we gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah. So the way it limits progress is, it just speaks to my to my game enjoyment, because I don't like being too free. Give me some objectives, give me some limits, then I'll just focus on it. I have something to aim for. Okay. Also, Minecraft also have objective, but it's not as explicit like this. In Minecraft, you can just do willy nilly, but in Valheim, you have to do this stuff. You have to defeat bosses. Go to dungeons, bureau chambers, go mine, defeat enemies. You have to do it. And the piece de resistance of this game is it's only 1 gigabyte in size.
What the
What?
hell?
1 gigabyte.
Excuse me. How?
Okay, the
What black
graphics
magic
is
is
lo-fi.
this?
Yeah, what kind of magic is it? Okay, the graphics is lo-fi but very charming, very beautiful. The lighting is good. It's 1 gigabyte. I still cannot believe. I'm like, holy, how the hell did they do this? Even with all the add-ons that they'll come, probably just a few gigs, less than 10, I guess, at the end product. 1 gigabyte. I'm like, oh, man. But yeah, but it still takes a lot of resources to run. Even on my like medium class laptop, I still get like 35 FPS on medium. Like, holy crap, this thing is still demanding, even though it's 1 gig. The rendering. Yeah. Any questions that you want to ask?
Oh man.
I just have one. What do you think yang caused you to rise up to this level of popularity in a heartbeat? Is it viral ataupun like, or is just that good? Do you think lah?
It's good. First of all, it's good. Okay, if you don't have a good base, just won't go away. Yeah, you just won't go up. I think it's a combination of luck, right place at the right time, and then also the price is very cheap, like $20. For us, it's $40, well, 39 ringgit.
Yeah.
It's very cheap. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
easy.
it's a low barrier to entry, and then how do I say? It's a lot of different kind of luck. I'd say the right place at the right time. This is an example of game just hits it. It just at the right place, right time, get popularity,
So
hitting
it
all the
just
points.
works.
Yeah, it just
So
works.
it just
This is Todd Howard's dream game, right here. Just works. and as I say, it's a very forgiving survival game, so it appeals to people who are sort of burnt out with all these punishing for the sake of punishing games, which I don't like actually.
Russ, look at you, Russ.
Yeah, Ras.
I mean, look at Outward. Remember Outward?
Oh wait,
That game is just wants that thing. It just wants to punish you by design.
yeah. I mean, I sort of want to play it again, but at the same time, why punish myself? I like to play Valheim. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, that game is designed for a
No.
very specific audience. And they know
Very
what they...
tedious. Very tedious.
And that's fine. We can have all our flavors of video games. Some people like their survivals and some like their loot shoots. Whoever is the loser, we don't know. It's very subjective, the losing part. Okay, so
Yeah.
do we really want to do this? The next thing?
This one.
There's only one more thing before the news.
Oh, okay. Jump. Let's talk about cars since we don't have an unbiased third party to bother us now.
Wow. Is this just a fancy way of saying no, we cannot get guests today?
Yes.
Uh,
The chair is empty again as usual, tapi tak apa.
I start acknowledging already. Never mind lah. So yeah. dia.cast?
dia.cast.
Just put the turbo on it.
Oh, no. Now we can put the shuba noises. The Subaru Google.
Shiba noise, the actual Shiba noises.
I mean, we can do that, or we can do the Wakaliwood VJ. Subaru! Wakaliwood Kaito Rally! Okay, Formula 1. This is Formula 1. Sorry guys.
Alright, Formula 1.
We've put the skip time out afterwards. You just check the description. Formula 1.
Alan? Bawah. Tegak tepat. Bawah. My sibling kacau. Okay, so F1 2021. It's basically F1 2020 plus 5, right? Basically, because all the cars are still the same.
2020 season 2.
Yeah.
Like
2020
Yeah, all cars are 0.5.
Okay lah.
And 35.5.
Okay lah, 0.5 lah.
11.5.
New nose job, sure.
New color, champala a bit of red here and there. That's enough.
Shout out to Alfa Romeo for inversing the color to make it like a Polish flag now.
For how much?
Do you notice the way they invert the colors? Like the red is now underneath rather than on top. It's totally because of the Polish overlords that are providing the money. Totally.
Orlen money.
They did the launch in Poland, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Big Robert Kubica energy there.
So kita start from the bottom then. So from last place to first place. So last place is Williams. Again, last place because their car is nak kata terrible. It's not as terrible as 2018. 2018 they have a podium. 2019. Tapi they did, but 2019 car scored a point. This one scored nothing.
Yeah.
Which one is worse? The car with Robert Kubica in it or the car without him?
I mean, we know the answer objectively, but on the scoreboards, the answer is very different. Poor Williams. But hey, things are looking on the up for them, isn't it?
Yeah, because they have a new owner, American owner, which already the first thing they did is to hire Jensen Button as their non-executive chair.
Sure. He's busy
Sure,
racing, but sure.
the motivation. He is like he's tu lah the Niki Lauda tapi without any burn marks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like I think they will struggle this year again. Just on the fact that the car is basically the same. Unless they don't tukar, because I haven't seen the car yet because they don't have launched it. So perhaps if they don't tukar something like the suspension whatever, mungkin boleh.
Haven't they
Tapi
like
Harley,
announced a deal with Mercedes on something? And they are using Mercedes engines, but they are using more components.
oh yeah, they're using a lot of more of Mercedes. So the back end is now a Mercedes.
If that still isn't improving, I have no idea what to say. But it's getting there.
So
They.
yeah, it's can boleh lah.
Hmm.
Tapi there is some rumor that they are going to be bought by Alpine for next season 2022. Sebab since you know they don't have, Alpine doesn't have a second team anymore.
Yes, they need the Renault power block.
Mana tahu? The last time they won a race with Williams Renault.
Oh, the last time we romanticize this sort of relationships, we have Valera Honda.
So,
I always have to warn. I always have that sinking feeling about these fans of nostalgia. Oh, look at this old partnership rekindling again. Remember,
Hi, Meck and Honda.
things are not as rosy as you thought. Things have moved on. So be careful. Sure. What's next?
Okay. So next on 9th place we have Haas Ferrari.
Oh no.
Ooh, Haas Ferrari. This season is interesting. There is like on one side of the garage, you have the most hyped driver ever in the form of the son of Michael Schumacher joining in the grid. I mean, when you hear that the Ferrari can since this year, in 2021, there will be like a budget caps or they have to limit personnel into the team. And Ferrari's idea of a budget cap is to just shuffle some stuff into Haas F1.
Oh, hey Haas, you want our talented engineers? Take one.
Nah, ambil lah, take 1 and 2.
Okay.
That way our budget will be balanced, whatever.
I mean, the
So
other
like,
solution was to join back Le Mans, but sure.
But that's the other way. That's the 2022 budget. So for 2021, yeah, they just campak in the side that people want Haas to succeed, which is Mick Schumacher.
Okay.
We and then we have
should we even mention him? Let's just throw him under the bus for now. We'll wait until he redeem himself. Let's wait.
Yeah, the other driver. Tapi itulah, it be like that. So
until we see a redemption out, we'll do this.
Yeah. So
poor guy.
So that's Haas.
So,
yeah, that's Haas. Then we have we just mentioned Alfa Romeo. I mean that they had amazing amazing races kan dekat Portugal. That was fun. Tengok dia orang race. For the first 10 laps and then before the car just dies. And I think Imola was fun. Like Imola was fun to looking at Alpha because the fact of it's George Russell crashing in front of both Gio and Kimi. With Kimi Raikkonen just going, he just crashed.
Oh,
the Williams had crashed. Tapi this year, I think they've changed a lot of things. The front wing, so better aero. And fingers crossed, the new Ferrari engine is better. The driver was still the same. It is Gio Giovinazzi and Kimi, the Iceman. This is my hobby, Raikkonen. Tapi there is also a rumor that Alfa Romeo won't be racing by 2022 sebab I don't know, like they're trying to move to Formula E, which is cheaper.
Yeah, I think so.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, Formula One is like hundreds of million. Formula E is like few millions.
Yeah.
And also Ferrari doesn't want to go inside Formula E like that je. They probably just said, my
Yeah.
underling go first.
Cuba try test tengok dulu.
Cuba try testing all dulu. See how it goes.
We have our sub brand to do that. So go forth, my son. Which is weird, because
Okay.
Alfa Romeo is actually the older one.
Yeah.
But it be like that, man.
But not in the Ferrari Fiat hierarchy.
Yeah, the king has been shuffled around.
Okay. The other Alfa Romeo is not technically an Italian team, it's a Swiss team. So
Swiss.
the first of the Italian teams, Alpha Tauri, last year won a race at Monza, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it, I think. The rest is just like top 10. I'm looking at their standings, just like top 10s, top 5. It's just
They're there or thereabouts. Not too far. Probably sometimes it's just like P11, P12. It's not too far, but still not like aggressively at the midfield. It's around
the relaxed Red Bull,
there.
basically. So their driver this year for AlphaTauri is again Pierre Gasly, good man, and of course our only Asian representation for this year, Mr. Yuki Tsunoda, which is actually younger than us three combined. He's only like 21. I think he's 21. Yeah.
God damn. We've reached the point. We are the old farts watching F1. It used to be we are the young people looking up to the heroes.
The young fans.
The young fans.
Now we are the old farts criticizing kids driving fast.
Yuki, 21 years old. He won't win races. No, I don't think so. Unless ada a meme race macam Italy, tapi still. Oh, youngster. So then on the 6th place on the last year's standing is the other Italian team. The disappointment on wheels ataupun the tractor.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The other Italian team did place that low. Of course, I forgot. Okay.
Okay, it is Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't. They at the time of recording, they haven't shown the car yet, but they did show the ugly ass race suit. So
I mean, it's still gonna be red when the accents are kind of off a bit, but yeah, it depends.
Oh, midfield team, midfield Italian.
Midfield
team.
Midfield Italian team Ferrari.
Carlos Sainz sama Charles Leclerc. Interesting. Very interesting. The fact that mungkin it might work if the Ferrari engine is better this year. Because I think they have used the upgrade tokens to fix the engine je.
It totally hinges on that engine performance. Until then, any of the drama between the driver, if it is there, it's not gonna be that significant as a story throughout. It's gonna be Ferrari still slow.
Ferrari stays slow.
It's gonna be that. Hopefully we'll see them can fight a bit more. I mean, I don't want them to be starting like confirm back to top 3. I just want them to like a bit more competitive with the midfield.
The disappointment of you. Then the French team, Alpine this year, not Renault. This one also follows the route of one Ferrari juga. Fernando Alonso supposed to retire at the end of 2018, tapi somehow came back for no reason other than, oh no, I want to drive a car again.
We'll see if the car suits him.
Tapi dah lah, did he got injured like earlier in the month of the
Yes.
Viking accident?
Yes.
So like it's already gone sideways.
I mean, if you look at the whole, if you follow along the news about how the team is structured, it's already a mess. Totally new
Whole
leadership.
Team boss kena buang and then bawa. Then the MotoGP boss just brings in like that and like, what? Oh boy.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Think of first round Bahrain, Alonso just scores a podium while being high on painkillers or whatever. Never know. Okay, next. Oh, the most interesting of the midfields. Aston Martin BWT Mercedes. Ke Aston Martin Cozier Mercedes. Cozier Mercedes.
Aston Martin Cognizant Formula 1 team.
Yes,
Cognizant.
Yes, Aston Martin Cognizant. Maka dia dah announce BWT like earlier this month.
Probably like
small partner.
Small partner, not the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Title
logos
partner
there.
still Cognizant.
Logos there, but a bit smaller lah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe a bit of pink streak. Just pink
Yes,
paint.
give me some of that pink in this British racing green.
I mean, we already know the water containers they're gonna use, so it's a given they're gonna use that.
Aston Martin, Mercedes engine. One guy named Sebastian Vettel and Mr. Landstrom. Sebastian Vettel in a Mercedes. Since they are not changing cars, this is still a 2019 Mercedes car.
Oh.
Kan, since they are not changing chassis for this is still a 2019 Mercedes AMG car. Ooh.
So now, should Sebastian Vettel can beat Lewis Hamilton in a 2019 Mercedes, that's a big flex, my friend. I'm just putting it out there.
I want to see in Bahrain later in March, kan. But let's see lah. It's another Mercedes 1-2. It's okay. And then maybe third pun Max. Okay lah. I want to see fourth, fifth is either Sebastian or Lance. Tapi most important, I want Sebastian to be in at least fourth or fifth in front of Ferrari, just to rub into
Arrivederci.
just want to just rub to Ferrari's face, like, see, I need a better car now. Oh, Dala, that is the same track that Racing Point won the race. So, mana tahu.
We'll see if
Sebastian Vettel, Aston Martin race winner. Interesting. Okay. The other interesting punya well, it's a lot of interesting storyline, but this one is a throwback punya car. McLaren Mercedes. McLaren Mercedes. Daniel Ricciardo. Mr. Dive Bomb Specialist in a literally subpar car. Sekarang in a good car.
Hopefully better. I like that the McLaren is basically the all-rounder of the midfield. They're not particularly that good in most of the tracks, but they are just consistently there. Hence, they want the midfield better.
Lando Norris pun not that bad. He scored a podium, so that's good. So, So this is the top tier midfield.
Yeah, hopefully the chemistry on track is okay. I just worry if things get out of hand.
Max Verstappen all over again.
I mean, two people are trying to prove themselves. One is want to step up as the veteran of the team. The other is a new but very established driver who also wants to establish themselves on the team. Who comes out on top?
Then the top two. Sedih when the top two is just two teams now sekarang.
Oh yeah.
Instead of three.
Mm-hmm.
So Red Bull Racing Honda. The final year they'll be called Red Bull Racing Honda. Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. I think the more equation is now to Sergio Perez lah. What can he do with a race winning car?
Yeah, Max is always gonna be on point. By now he's already established himself. He can do the job. Padahal. Now we see if he has an available wingman to help him out.
I think Perez can deliver the goods. So the pecking order might not change, like from Mercedes 1-2 ke Red Bull 3-4. Tapi let's say it's one of those. Let's say Max Verstappen punya Italian GP curse datang balik, because we're going to have. Is it 2 races? Yeah, 2 Italian races again.
Mm-hmm.
So mana tahu? Maybe Sergio can get another win.
Yeah, Checo is like more likely to be able to pull off those kinds of performance in a Red Bull now. Mm-hmm.
So that is interesting. Another one. I've used it interesting too many times. Like a very unique prospect. Dan last kali, it is the Mercedes team. Atau can we use the full name? The Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula One.
I mean, they're so
Emphasis
good.
on the Petronas.
Yes, emphasis on the Petronas, yes.
Maju jaya.
Yang lain ni.
This
like the
gang
Lanyard
is so. They are doing such a good job. We have nothing to talk about them. Honestly. It's a bit of a shame. It's not like they are boring. It's that they are so good. We don't know what to say anymore.
I think
German precision.
The only time they don't mess up is when Lewis Hamilton was sick and then they don't know what to do.
Yeah, when they mess up bad. But then but after that, they are basically invincible, which is weird to see.
Yeah, like if you notice, the 2 times that Lewis Hamilton fell ill, is the times they don't mess up bad. Like in Germany 2019, I think Hamilton got a fever and wasn't feeling right, and then we all know how that went.
50-second pit stop.
And then last year dekat the second GP, Lewis Hamilton was sick with COVID. Another 50-second pit stop.
Now
So
you know why he's worth how many millions a year.
The mojo themselves is a hitch on Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, he brings the luck. He brings the stars to Mercedes.
It's the vegan power, I tell you, man.
Yeah.
He's unleashing the vegan power.
Vegan power. Or maybe Mercedes is cursed and Hamilton just ward off all the curses. Sure.
So if Hamilton retires, let's say like Hamilton retires by end of the year, and they change it Russell, habis lah. The new season, habis lah. Red Bull's going to take over. Red Bull kata,
unless Russell harness the vegan powers.
he's a true British lad.
Oh yeah,
Literally dekat tengok
Bangers and
Instagram.
mash mesti makan.
Tengok see his Instagram and then you see bangers and mash. Oh, he's a true British bloke.
Never mess with the powers of veganism, man. It's so scary. Shout out to Scott and Pilgrim. That's Scott Pilgrim. Yeah. So yeah, another season of cars going vroom vroom.
Hopefully this year is gonna be 22 races. Hopefully we can get to all 23. Not on wood. Tapi I wouldn't mind. No, I wouldn't mind cancelling French GP because that track's terrible.
Yeah, hopefully.
Also, I digress a bit. Still on F1. Apparently, they found out that the U mask that they use is not exactly working as intended.
Oh yeah, that mask doesn't fit Sebastian Vettel at all.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Exactly filtering stuff properly, so a big scandal. Luckily, I didn't pull the trigger and buy one. Oh, $100.
It's like 20 pounds. Yeah, it's like it's like 20 pounds.
30
20
pounds
times.
something. Yeah, 30 pounds something.
And not have compliant. Wow. Yeah, shout out to the management for, even though they are like scares about cases here and there, right? The drivers contracting COVID, but still, it's not as big as you would expect from a traveling circus around the world.
Mr. Worldwide of sports.
It is, the procedures are, well, I can't say they followed all of them. We've seen them breaking.
They've done their best.
But yeah, it is contained.
I don't think I've seen a sport containment this good. It is. Because even though, let's say, okay, they still got COVID cases and stuff, but it's contained, like individual. It's not outbreak of a whole team.
It doesn't start a new wave. That's the thing. It's just, okay, this case, that's isolated, settle.
If only our country's like that.
Recommendation to the Formula 1 team.
Yeah, they learned it the hard way, remember also. They went, the start of last year, they went with no plans, and then they just, oh no. Everybody panic. Yeah, hopefully things are getting better. As we continue to see the future. So that's dia.cast.
And now it's time for the news.
Open the West Gate.
Open the West Gate. It's time for the news.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gee, boy, what news we have this time?
Let's start with a sad one first. Rest in peace, Anthem. People do not like.
We hardly New Year.
The sad part is that it's not even the most. It doesn't even got the Trash Fire award when it came out.
Yeah.
Man.
Amazing. Like.
It's just not trash enough.
We are speechless. We don't know how to say. We can't do a eulogy to a game that died already.
Yeah,
premature death.
Yeah, it's a shame that they tried the news about maybe if we never knew that they were trying to do something about it, it would have been better. But I don't know. It just feels like if they're gonna commit to fixing Anthem, it's gonna be a proper commitment. But then we see them, we're gonna do Dragon Age, we're gonna do Mass Effect again. Yeah. And you know what?
BioWare and live service don't work.
Yeah.
It never would. But they tried anyway and failed miserably, which is, oh man. That sucks. You know what? I guess EA comes to the decision. I can see how they came about it. Okay, do we reboot Anthem and put resources on trying to fix the failed game, or we just re-release Mass Effect again? Oh, people like Mass
I want.
Effect.
I wonder which one will bring in the sales.
I wonder which one is cheaper. Which is much more a guaranteed ROI. It's when you see it that way, it totally makes sense now because of course they're gonna do it. Mass Effect is still loved by people, even though Andromeda is it's fine. People will trade in the nostalgia, especially when EA was so heavily against remasters for the longest time. And now you get it. Now we are getting it. So good for you. But at the cost of Anthem, which unfortunately not many will mourn.
They still have dedicated fans, but yeah, EA learned their lessons, cut their losses, and it's like, okay, BioWare, you do single player stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Just forget live service.
Yeah, BioWare
Learn it the hard way.
BioWare is never. That's never their strong suit anyway. Their strong suit is the storytelling bit. And what happened with the storytelling team? Oh man, I hope they got together. Yeah, most of them left. I hope whoever is still at BioWare can like capture back the essence of the two doctors. One of them is now happily brewing wine or something right now. Calling it retirement. Oh man, good for him. For getting it out. Yeah, Anthem.
Oh, okay. A moment silent. Okay, that's done. So next
Moment
up,
of silence. Yep.
There was a
next up,
moment. Mm-hmm.
there was quite a moment for Anthem. So next up, we have HP acquiring HyperX for 425 million
Which is
US
like,
dollar.
oh man, okay. When this news broke, I was like, I was half asleep because I literally woke up like 2 or 3 o'clock and then said, okay, open my phone for some reason. Then HP happened. What the? I almost jumped out of my bed. Holy crap! This is big news actually. Like 425 million. They got HyperX from Kingston. Big news. Yeah. So they HP acquired the peripheral maker HyperX, which is a sub brand of Kingston for 425 million. They will get the peripheral rights, I believe, like the headset, mice, keyboards. For the memory stuff like RAM, SSD, storage is still under Kingston. So Kingston is still responsible for the HyperX memory stuff. The gaming gear stuff will be under HP. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, but then that means that will the one under Kingston, the memory stuff, right? Will that still be HyperX branded?
I think yes.
Okay, now.
There's no okay. I don't know. I cannot give guarantee because it's not mentioned. Because
Uh-huh.
I think they're still in negotiating phase. Yes, they have to disclose it for because it's public company, so they have to disclose it. But for the details, it's still not sure yet. But it's been confirmed that Kingston will still have the memory business. Not sure whether they will still keep the HyperX name.
Yeah.
We don't know the detail of the deals yet.
Yeah, it makes sense that Kingston keeps on the memory stuff because they are the ones making the memory stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought at first it's like, oh, they are acquiring the whole thing. But no, they just want the HyperX brand. So, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, HyperX prefer. So yeah, so expect the next HP PC that's PC that will include HyperX gear.
Yeah. The
Also
HP.
shout out to HyperX because recently reviewed their gears.
The HP stands for Hyper
Yeah,
X.
HPX. We're going to get HPX. HPX stuff next.
Interesting. the peripheral market is currently consolidating a lot. I've seen.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of the biggest purchases lah in this sector.
Yeah. $500 million. I'm still short. If it's like 100, 200 million, okay, I understand. 400 million. And it's not even the full shebang. It's not taking the memory stuff, just peripherals. Dang, HP got a lot of money. And it's quite rare for HP to do
Interesting.
this. Because okay, if you're not
Speaking of
familiar with
interesting, Diablo 2 has been announced for a remastered by the folks at Vicarious Vision.
Oh, we're moving on. Okay,
At least it
Diablo
looks
2.
nice. It looks very solid, like 60 frames semua. Tapi, my
Daniel, can you hear us?
yeah. Because I have something to say about HP, but then they just kept on. Hello?
Hold on. I think Daniel has a oopsie. Yep.
It's okay. I just go back to HP. So if some of you didn't know about HP, they are popular for spinning off companies. So internal departments or internal company, they spin off to a new company. So getting a new company is pretty rare. So that's a tidbit. Okay, continue to Diablo. Okay, Daniel.
Oh.
Danny boy.
Okay. Daniel has some oopsies currently. No wonder. Oh man.
okay, I'm back.
Okay. Speaking of Diablo, it looks
Yeah.
nice, you see.
Yeah, it looks nice before my cat ran into my router. Yeah, just knock it off. Okay, so yeah, it looks nice. It's a bit of a Vicarious Vision. And tak lah. Why are we trading Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 for Diablo again?
Because they know how to make remakes and Blizzard don't.
Okay, that's good.
Oh man. Blizzard. At least you got the right people for it lah.
You don't have to. You can just fire them. You don't have to just liquefy them into your own company.
Yeah, that's questionable as well. There, yeah, I agree. But Diablo 2. I don't really play Diablo, so I have nothing to say. Unless you count as me trying to like skip a few pages from the PlayStation magazines back then because I feel like the devil is not something I want to see a lot.
And
it's interesting. That's an interesting anecdote I can share.
Yeah, this one's coming to PC and console, so might be fun.
Sure. I would like to see this one be okay. At least okay.
Yeah, just don't screw up Diablo 2.
Please lah, Blizzard.
They have one job. Remaster. That's it.
Remaster? It's not a remake, of course. So next, another one that is very close to our hearts, but
Except
it's something
me.
where except you, but it is something that we both expected it to happen sooner or later. Gran Turismo 7 is delayed.
Delayed? Oh my god! Come on.
Surprise!
Pretends to be surprised. Come on. Who would expect it to arrive in 2021? The people who keeps on saying the small tidbit. You know, the small tiny label in their PS5 sizzle reels saying, oh, it's gonna come out in Q1 2021. Oh, it's gonna come out in Q2 2021. Nah. Gran Turismo has a thing going, and it's that it's gonna take time. It doesn't care anything about the world right now. I mean, with the world right now, things are getting slow, in fact. Understandably so, with the development. And that is one of the reasons they cited as per usual. Look, I want to say I'll call it, but it's such an easy call. I've said it on record before here.
I agree, Aris. I
How many times we've mentioned it? It's gonna be out in 2022. It's okay. I can wait for my PS5.
PS5 for we
Does the
don't have.
PS5 even exist at this point?
No, it is just a contract of people's imagination.
Yeah, it's still
Doesn't
Perhaps
exist.
my perhaps me playing the PS5 is just my imagination playing a PS4 at
Yeah.
frame.
It's a fever dream.
I consider PS5 as a folklore. I'm hearing from from other peoples right now. I've never yet spotted one in real life. But yeah, it's no surprise, but take your time, Polyphony. It's okay. No rushing. Like the racing game market doesn't have a proper window to fight against. You can take as long as you want. Nobody's like gonna be angry. You are really not releasing it this year. They were just like, oh, okay, it's delayed.
Polyphony. There's Valve time, so can we just use a Polyphony time now?
Oh, but to their credit, the early days of GT Sport updates, they promise monthly updates. For most of the time, they deliver. They did deliver, except when the times they didn't. They are making efforts at least. So not necessarily Polyphony time yet, but it's time for
the final Sony Power Hour. Oh my god! It's a good thing I didn't stay awake for State of Play.
What do you mean? I feel
Though
okay.
I will.
What, is it that bad?
Nah.
Is it everybody's like, oh, there's no gifts, I lied, oh, this is a presentation, is bad. Is it that? Because if
I
it's
don't
that,
know.
because if that is the feeling from people after watching that State of Play, let me tell you this, I've seen 50 of them that are not for me. Look, State of Play is for someone. It's not totally made for just you, man. This is not just for you. At least this one is for me. That I'm grateful. But for the most time, it's not. What is to be excited with this State of Play? What are the announcements?
Something about Final Fantasy. A new chapter. PS5 only. RM300.
Okay, we're gonna talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake, the second best game from 2020 according to us. Okay,
What's the official name here? Yeah, before that, what is the official name of it? Final Fantasy VII Remake? How do you pronounce that?
Intergrade.
Nomura.
I thought Nomura made this freaking thing up, and then I look up, it is an actual legitimate word. It's used in biology. Intergrade means an intermediate state, or it is in a period of transition. And based on an interview with Nomura by Weekly Famitsu, why they use this title is because one is they want to show the transition from PS4 gen to PS5 gen to next gen, and the other is like a nod to the old way of releasing Final Fantasy re-releases. They used to do like Final Fantasy 7 International, Final Fantasy 10 International, Final Fantasy 12 International Zodiac Job System. So basically, it's a nod to international, but also a nod to next gen. So they call it It's stupid. I don't know, it's stupid.
Okay. Here's the thing with all this Japanese developer publisher. They just pick any English word they like. For example, Bravely Default. Who the hell think they will name their game Bravely Default? Who?
And
Same
that's
guys
why it
who-
That's a
stands
combination
out.
of words I've never thought I'd hear. Bravely Default. What the
It's,
hell?
it's such a
I
word
mean,
salad.
it
It
is
stands out. That's the
Yeah.
great thing about it. It stands out. It works.
Yeah, it works.
But
It's like they pick weird words. I'm like, okay, it works. It takes attention. I'm like, but these Japanese have a knack for picking weird names. They
Kan?
just open dictionary. Oh yeah, we like this word. Yeah, kawaii ne. Kawaii.
Ini,
Kerain
imagine they pick up we say a Malay dictionary kan. Check. Oh, persepsi. Belacan. Persepsi belacan. Let's call it audio JRPG. Why? Because the game's kind of spicy and you have to play different POVs. Who would call things persepsi belacan? Don't call your restaurants persepsi belacan unless it's geometrically themed. Anyway,
We digress.
okay. Tirade aside, the game's coming to PS5. If you own the PS4 version, it will have a free next gen upgrade. Okay, sounds good. Okay, put a note on that. It's also coming to PS Plus next month for free, but only for PS4. If you have that version, there's no PS5 upgrade for you. So that's interesting. Usually they make like PS5 only titles, right? This time it's PS4 only titles. Sure. And that's not all. They added a new DLC featuring a new episode featuring a new party member. Well, not really a new party member. It's a party member you expected to see in Final Fantasy VII. It was not on Remake, but here she is in DLC form. It's Yuffie, the ninja girl. Just like the original game, she's an optional party member. Here, she arrives as an optional DLC.
Sorry. It's just funny.
Here's the thing. If you get the next gen upgrade, right? If you already have the PS4 version, you still have to pay for the DLC. It's so separately. If you pay for the PS5 version, the Intergrade version, which is much more expensive at 300 ringgit, you'll get that DLC included. You see, Yuffie is also a PS5 exclusive. Yuffie is a PS5 exclusive. Time limited. Oh, yeah, the DLC is not for PS4, only for PS5.
Some weird decisions
Amazing.
there.
It's a weird decision saying that we want to sell a full price PS5 version. At what cost? We want to give the PS4 version for free. What? It's a wild ride for today, man. I mean, looking at fans' reaction is okay. They are happy. They are talking about it. Man, these decisions, man.
I mean, could be worse. It could be Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale.
Oh,
The word I never thought I'd hear.
look, it could have been possible if they just put the skin on Fortnite, but no, they want to make their own.
Or a PSO.
Why?
Final Fantasy of PSO.
Why? Why can't they just pay a fee, a licensing fee to Epic atau Sega? Nah, here's our IP. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, take this Cloud skin. Make him do a floss dance, sure. Make him do a Hadouken, sure.
No, we need a fully fledged mobile PUBG game, but in the vein of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
I mean, probably there's a market for it, I guess, but sure. It's one of the decisions that if I were there, I would just say why. Doesn't make sense.
Why?
The compilation of Final Fantasy VII is back, and that means we gonna get more shovelware.
Yes.
All of these dead games that.
Avian Children when they are going to remake that anime movie bila. I mean, I watched that Final Fantasy 15 King's Grave on theater on day one, and it was terrible. So might as well, Avian Children might as well.
Man, the whole multimedia universe shebang is just weird. It's not weird. It's like not as well executed as I expected. Because you can have some this might be cool, and then most these guys are cashing in. Fine. I don't know, man. If one day we get a news release for a Final Fantasy Battle Royale esport tournament, that would be one heck of a day. That would be one heck of a day. Oh, when sponsored by Domino's Pizza. So
the winner of this tournament will win a replica trophy of Cloud's Buster Sword. Yes.
Buster Sword.
Macam tu. Amazing. Okay. Shall we continue?
yeah, that's the long Final Fantasy saga. By the way, despite all that, Final Fantasy VII Remake, good game. Totally good game. It's just the decisions around the release is weird, but game is good. If you have PS Plus, go now, play. Well, not now, like when it releases. Okay, next.
Deathloop has a trailer. That's just the headline. Deathloop has a trailer. It sounds like a James Bond flick, which I approve 100%.
You know what? All of these imp sims are all leading back to James Bond. James Bond is the real progenitor of the immersive sims. I mean, some of the things I pick up on the trailer is that the rival one, the rival character Juliana, you can play as, right? She can shapeshift. She can morph into an NPC. What I'm saying, the game is now reverse Hitman. You can disguise yourself as an NPC. And if you play
Hitman or be Hitman,
and you play as Juliana, you are basically playing Hitman. Just toy with the other player there. The target is your player. Yeah, it's totally like if you like Dishonored, this is totally something that should be up your alley. Plus, the aesthetic choice is just like the whole 60s beat, like.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. So it's just a PS5 exclusive for 1 year. Tapi I can't wait.
I mean, it's gonna be on Game Pass anytime soon.
Yeah, that's why. So I can't wait for a 1 year wait.
It's fine.
But another game that I couldn't wait to try out, it's probably that weird ass Kung Fu game called Sifu.
Yeah, Sifu. Remember Zolver? I don't know if we ever talk about Zolver.
Yeah, once, twice with Wam, I think. It looks nice. Like, it's not my kind of game.
Absolver is the sort I cannot remember how we talk about it in the podcast, but basically it's a hand-to-hand focus but also have melee combat game. It kind of presents itself like a Dark Souls thing, where the structure of a Dark Souls, you go here and then you go better, but the emphasis is this one-on-one fighting bit, and all your moves are like deliberate, and you have to customize the moves, and you can learn new moves. And the whole PvP system is like revolves around like having a teacher around you to teach you get good, like not like get good, but actually like learning, like proper learning. That's the atmosphere that is a bit is encouraged. And now they just say, oh, let's make a kung fu game with those mechanics. Yeah, totally works. It totally works. It looks fantastic. Sifu.
Say Shifu.
Yeah,
Oh,
Master Sifu.
if we get Kung Fu Panda skin, that'll be great.
Kung Fu Panda when you keep.
I mean, I just want to just play everybody else's Kung Fu fighting for whatever reason in the background for the meme run. Yeah, it looks good. I'm glad to see them still working on something new. They've been quiet for a bit.
Yeah, probably watch like a ton of martial art movies and martial art classes. That's why it's turned out. And I think we're gonna go with our final news of the day, which actually came out recently before we started recording our podcast. The PS Plus games for March. Which is ironically everyone's getting Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yep, we've seen it already. Yeah, you're getting it. Again, good game. But that's not all.
It's not all. We're getting for the PS4 only game, instead of Remnant, which we already have, we're getting platformer of the decade, Knack 2. Let's go!
Knack 2, baby! Ooh. Like for real though, Knack 2 is okay. I'm not even memeing here. Knack 2 is cool. Finally, they've given us Knack 2. The is it made by
14
Team
ringgit.
Japan? Is it made by Team Japan? Japan Studio? Sony Japan Studio? Was it?
Yes, yes, it is. Now it's set.
Man, they've closed down the studio behind Knack 2. God damn. We could have get Knack 3. But we apparently the PlayStation mascot is actually Astro rather than Knack. But Knack 2, baby.
Knack 2. So that's, I think Knack 2 is Asia only punya special.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently Japan is finally getting Destruction All Stars next month. They didn't get it. They didn't get it last month.
Wait, how?
Sorry, that's weird.
Wait, I
So,
thought the
US
game launched with Japan servers, isn't it?
I don't know, tapi or maybe this is you can still pick up Destruction All Star for because my Japanese knowledge is zero.
Oh man,
and I'm just
I'm
just basing this on a tweet. Yeah, so yeah, only the Asia. Yeah, so confirm that Asia region, which is us and Japan, are getting Knack 2. While the other regions, the not fun regions, get the Remnant for the Ashes. It's a so-so game.
I mean, it's Outriders but slow with Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's why.
Outriders but slow with Dark Souls. Some people might like it, but I mean, it has a world tier system as well. Should mention, and a weird kind of drab, horrendous aesthetic, but yeah, it's okay. We don't miss a lot. We don't get that. Yeah, that's the news.
Yes. Interesting. It is a bit of highs, a bit of lows. Probably because we haven't gotten our PS5 yet, and I've already returned the PS5.
Oh, now we're gonna shield the PS5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, how the tables
So
have turned. Wow. Oh, have the Sony check cleared now? Have we reached 1 hour, the hour limit of the PS5 bashing? Ay, ay,
just
ay.
feeling sad. Just want my white bay back.
You already have a white bee. Unless that's
don't,
your...
don't tell the missus.
Oh my god.
Aduh.
Oh boy, you have ton of planning to do. What is it for the thumbnails?
I don't know. Oh yeah. A bit of digressing a bit. I have a homestead in Valheim, so I also rear some animals. Ketika what animal I'm raising?
Watame?
Goats.
No, I'm raising boars.
Oh yes,
Boars.
babi.
Babi.
Exalt the babi.
I'm peternak babi. I'm officially peternak babi.
Oh man.
So if you want to put on thumbnail, it's fine.
Now there's a pool. Okay, a Valheim resort of some sorts.
Valheim Boar Sanctuary.
I don't know. Outriders punya art, it looks nice.
Well, we gonna find Uncle Yakub.
Yes. Best boy, best uncle.
Oh, best uncle ah. Yes, boss. What else?
Maybe Cloud Stripe looking at us from a distance.
Okay. On the cloud? Okay.
On the cloud? Ooh.
Yeah, cloud on cloud. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we integrate however we want with that lah. I mean that with the key. Let's wrap it up. Share your social medias and what you have working on the site, if there's any. Daniel?
Alright, you can follow me on twitter.com/FL4KY. There will be a review on a PlayStation of the 5 coming out this weekend. Well, by the time this episode comes out. It's like already like 1,000 words long, so good luck reading that. I will try to skim it by the time you read this. So that's all. Anan.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/dropnil, DR4UPN1R. Again, DR4UPN1R. Upcoming stuff, nothing yet, but if you are interested in a gaming mouse review, I recently posted a HyperX Pulsefire Haze review. That thing is so light. I mean, I'm using it, I still cannot believe it's still that light. It's like a bag of chips. Such a good thing.
That's super light, man.
Yeah, super light. Rasa macam tak ada apa dah, dia kosong.
Wow.
Dang. So yeah, go read my review. An excellent product, to say the least. Even though it's a bit pricey, I guess. That's the only downside for me. But yeah, Mac.
And I have been Amirul Mekronos Ashraf, MECKRONOS. Tons of news at GameMatters.com if you need to catch up on the recent like state of play, stuff like that. What else? Well, there's something coming soon on GameMatters.com. Probably a feature. I still have been cooking up on that. But you will know when you see it. And that's your lot. That's dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. And
remember to bela babi responsibly.
Yes. Also, Tifa best girl.